Welcome to a new week here on the Retirement Quick Tips podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Micciche, co-owner of True North Retirement Advisors, a fee-only financial advisory practice managing over $390 million in client assets. If you are a few years on either side of retirement and looking for some daily quick tips to help you on your retirement journey, you are in the right place. All right, so the theme this week is 5 reasons to retire as early as you can. Now, deciding the right time to retire is one of the most difficult decisions you'll make about your retirement. You retire too soon and you may risk outliving your savings. On the other hand, you retire too late and you may not be able to enjoy travel and an active lifestyle in retirement. You may miss those precious years with your children and your grandchildren and other relationships. So there's a lot riding on the line of deciding when is the ideal time to retire. And of course, nobody can make that decision with confidence because we just don't know what lies ahead. We don't know how many good, healthy years we have left. And we truly don't know either how our savings are going to last throughout our lives. So in general, unless you absolutely love to work, most people would be happier if they could work just long enough to ensure their financial security in retirement with just a little bit of extra on top as a safety net. So with that goal in mind, I want to talk about why you should try to retire as early as possible this week. Now, your retirement date should be less about working to a specific age and more about working until you've reached the point when you've saved enough and you are ready to move on to the next chapter in retirement. So specifically, I will talk about 5 reasons why you may want to consider retiring as early as you possibly can. Number 1, spending more time with friends and family, grandkids, especially grandkids. Reason number 2, enjoying more healthy and active years. Reason number 3, because you can still work part-time, which allows you lots of flexibility. Maybe you could stretch out starting Social Security or not have to pay so much in healthcare expenses because you're retiring prior to age 65 when you become covered by Medicare. So the part-time work is a huge bonus that really wasn't available, at least to the extent that it is now, just a few years ago even. And then reason number 4 why you may want to retire as early as you can is because more power, prestige, and wealth that so many of us are chasing is not all that it's cracked up to be. And lastly, reason number 5, to prioritize fulfillment and life satisfaction. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. If you know someone who would benefit from listening to this week's theme, I'll go into all these reasons in depth every single day this week. So please share the show with someone who, if it pops into your mind that, hey, so-and-so, my friend or my coworker or my boss, should really listen to this particular episode, I really encourage you to share the show. It takes just a couple of seconds and you can text or email the show link. I really appreciate it. It's one of the best things you can do to support the show, especially if you are getting value from this podcast. It really helps it grow. And thank you so much for being a listener. And thank you so much for taking the time to share the show. All right, coming back tomorrow, I'm going to talk about why retiring as early as you can because of those grandkids is so important. My name is Ashley Micciche, and this is the Retirement Quick Tips podcast.